All right, welcome. Hey, look, it came through. Evils of Enferacuse is back. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the city that never sleeps because everybody's kind of dead. It is Evils of Enferacuse, our fun little cursed adventure that we are returning to in the city that we've created in a world of ourselves. I am the evil DM, Cockleon Owen, Donut Dungeon Master here. And tonight is all about memories. We're just kind of recapping because it's been a little while since we've been at the table. And so it's going to be kind of a fun little thing. We're going to actually do a little bit of time back because almost right before we are currently at, we were all sitting, everyone here was sitting together at the bar, the Rock Bottom Inn, the nice location that seems to be the home base of these adventurers turned guild owners turned who the heck knows at this point exactly what the populace sees them as. But we're just going to envision that everybody's sitting around a table night before last, and we have our very recent addition. Sarah, can you tell us about your character, who's the newest to join this group of marauders and/or fanciers?
Yeah. Hi, everybody. I'm Alba, or playing Alba. Uh, Last session, I believe it was revealed that I was not just a sorcerer, but I was a sorcerer monk. Uh, and doing some weird little mind magic stuff over here with Ferrari, but that's kind of it on anybody delving in or asking me questions, so I'm going to leave it at that.
And that's not even necessary. Alba, you're sitting at the bar with these individuals that you came out of a random barrel with recently, and they're kind of just deciding, we ought to have a moment to tell you a little bit about what's brought them together and how we got here. So tonight it is basically a round of storytelling from all of you, and with my help included, about kind of what we've done to get here up until this point. So it's a good way to everybody get a nice little memory of their character, as well as to jump into just some fun tidbits. For anybody who's new joining us, Enferacuse is a city that has a lot of infamy and that no one necessarily ever leaves. But people always want to go to because of fame, fortune, and cool things happening. So, around this table, we do have other folks as characters. Would anyone like to introduce themselves as they and tell me what they're drinking or eating? Don't all jump at once. Doric,
Hi,
Doric, or oh wait, yeah, go Grim, Grim. You already said it. Go Grim.
hi. I am Gray. I play Grim. As I sit at the table, I think I would have probably a red wine, and you would probably see me do a drop or two because we've been feeling very fatigued lately. Just a little drop of out of a special flask I keep. Just small drops going into it, mixing the crimson reds together. Having a drink, sitting back, probably staring at my father um, with a very displeased face. I do remember the last time we were here, I sent him to my room, and he's now living here with us, and I kind of made him a floor bed. It's either that or he's back at the church hiding. I cannot remember. It's been very, very long.
For the purposes of this evening, let's say that he is huddled over in the corner of the bar, trying to be a little bit out of sight, out of mind, especially knowing that you have a bit of feelings about him. But also, Grim, can you describe your character a little bit as a bit of a refresher?
So yes, you guys would probably see about a 5'8", very pale skin, kind of dark midnight hair. He's mid 30s. Just as a telling, I am a cleric of the grave. I forget the name. Is it not vampire, but Dampier, a Dampier. So there, at sometimes when you glance, you'll see a bit of a fade going on. Typically, Grim does not drink blood, but the takes the bad dreams and nightmares that you would have, and he uses that as the fuel to keep himself sustained. He's slightly against having that. He has been given a flask with a very consented amount of blood from one of his friends from the church, knowing what he was. But only when he is completely exhausted or just has that mental headache, as he would be sitting at the bar after everything that's happened, especially with his father now being here. He just added a couple drops to make himself feel better. Grimm's background comes from type of nobility. But after a series of events and his brother's passing, he was sent away to go to the clergy by his parents. And for some reason, my father is now here with nothing, with no money, saying the family fortune has been squandered away. And yeah.
You do realize that it is weird to see your father since it's been so long, and Grim has come from a space where there was already a bit of estrangement of the strange going-ons that there was, but this just kind of feels like even more strange to see him up against the corner as he stares at you drinking that wine and kind of contemplating what that might mean. So
Yeah, I found him in a barrel.
You did. You found him in a barrel randomly, and hey, there we go.
Which was the oddest thing. We were looking for a barrel, and then we found a barrel, and it was my father, but it turned out it was the wrong barrel that we needed.
Yeah.
Refresh my memory. So I came out of a barrel. Grimm's dad came out of a barrel. We still haven't found Bunny Man that
Might
was
possibly
also
be in a barrel.
in a barrel. Which might be a mimic and he might be dead now. Who knows?
Because we're, again, this is the night before last and just recovery. Doric, along your leg. Oh, yes, there. Hey, could you talk to that silent but large fellow over there about maybe a drink or two? As you see the small rabbit-like creature with antlers at your feet, Doric. Doric, can you respond and then describe your character?
Right. Big man. Cup of ale and a pup cup.
Ugh. He nods at you. Doric, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
All right. So, he slides over the ale, and I hand down the pup cup to Rabbit with antlers, whose name currently escapes me. As I too am missing my notes. It is packed in the suitcase that has all of our stuff in from the cruise. But don't worry, Obsidian. You will be my best friend. Name is Dorek, human barbarian. Here for, well, that has yet to be actually discovered in sessions yet, and will be revealed later as the party has not really talked much about Dorek's background and or reasons why he is here. But you all know that he really loves food, he loves Wacel meat, and he is a firm believer in good versus bad. He knows there's gray areas, but he definitely knows what is right and what is wrong. And is a very, very loving person of Grand Grand. He loves Grand Grand.
We do love Grand Grand.
And wants instruments.
We're gonna get to a little bit of that as well because there's so many fun to peel back. But you do see that there's a pup cup now that is materialized, brought up by the young girl who also tends bar around you. Eloise is there just bringing that across to serve. Also, Eloise is dropping a drink off to Zari. Zari, what are you drinking tonight, and what can you describe your character as?
Oh, okay.
I guess Zari would probably be drinking this world's equivalent of an Long Island iced tea. So tea with alcohol, vodka.
There's some island somewhere after it, some name somewhere.
Yes, yes. The faraway island. Island tea, yes, sure. And Zari, he is a tabaxi rogue. He has black fur, leopard spots, and he's sipping quietly, but observing the room and probably pretty exhausted, if I'm remembering.
Doric, you realize that Zari has like a half a plate full of meat left, and you've seen it for a little while here. Just to give you a heads up on that.
I keep a mental note of it, but I'm also gonna kind of like drag a chair over to Grim and his father,
Oh, go right ahead.
and I kind of turn around and sit on it with like the back facing my chest. And
Oh, are you
kinda-
doing the Riker?
the Riker?
Oh, come on. You don't know the Riker? The Riker maneuver with the chair sitting? Oh my god, you need to
Yeah,
look
you,
that
you
up.
go and sit down in the chair with the back facing your chest, but as you go to sit down, you have to put your leg completely over the top of the chair where your back would be, and then squat down. That is a Riker.
Wow.
Yeah.
Doric,
Yeah,
do you
if
do
you
that?
Ever watch if you ever watch Star Trek, the character Riker, every time he sits down, he would like if this is the chair, right? He would go
Yeah.
leg all the way over and then sit.
I've watched
It's
a
such
lot
a-
of that, and I've never
it's
realized it.
such-
Okay.
It's such a power move too. It's
Yeah.
such a power move. It really is.
Whatever way he's facing, if there's a back of the chair, the leg goes completely over it.
Doric, do
A
you
lot of
do that?
flexibility.
Yeah, right. Okay, sure.
Like
I
a
will.
lot
I
of
will do that.
flexibility.
Yeah.
All right.
The guy's like 6'4".
And I
He was
kinda-
easily able to step over anything.
Oh yeah. So I kind of sit down and I stare at the father, and I hit him with the Captain America PSA speech. So, you're in a barrel and you abandoned your son. Some people might think that may be cool, but there's ways to make up for it. And for like the next, and it'll trail off as I'm like kind of reaching over for Zari's plate of leftover meat, and I continue talking to him. So as you go to the next person, just know that Doric's in the background monologuing to Grim's father about how he fucked up.
We're gonna go with the just kind of her filling in that open space. That's a good one. We'll come back to that actually.
I'm not getting my meat.
I want to use an athletics to see if I can snatch it.
And I
Versus
just-
your,
Sleight of hand. It's
yeah,
in my hand.
athletics versus sleight of hand.
I didn't say you'd have to roll this session, but yeah, go ahead. Why not? We're there.
Hold on, let me see if I
We're
can.
there.
Oh my god.
We're fighting over meat.
You're
We are
currently
fighting
fighting
over me.
Did it click?
What the hell?
What the hell?
All of a sudden, somebody said click, and then I have dice flying across my screen.
Oh,
That's
Sorry.
a lot more dice, people. I don't know who's rolling what there, but wow.
that's probably me because it's not showing up in my D&D Beyond. So I don't actually know what I rolled.
You rolled an 18 unarmed strike. I don't know what the unarmed
Why,
strike is.
why are you trying to strike me?
I'm not. I did a sleight of hand.
It's just meat.
I did a sleight of hand. That's so bizarre.
Actually, that's an old roll. I'm sorry. Let me scroll. Maybe it's the other way. What the hell?
It's weird.
I mean, it's a good time to check in the recap.
Yeah,
session
because
if
that's
the
dated for
rolls are
like
working.
November of last year. That's not right.
Yeah, that's a very old unarmed strike from at some point.
Oh. Someone rolled a something. I got that on the screen.
Yeah, that was me. I just wrote a sleight of hand just to check it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna click now.
Cool.
Does
Well,
anything
there we go.
work?
Yeah.
Oh, there you
go.
go.
There you go.
You rolled a 13 total.
All right.
Oh.
I currently can't get into my D&D.
Ah.
I will just roll a quick D20 and wish for the best.
All right.
Ooh.
Can't log in?
Exclaim if
Huh?
you steal the meat or
Can't
not.
log in?
I'm trying to. It's not letting me. Yeah. Oh, and roll.
Oh, you're gonna pull out the fancy dice?
Mm-hmm. All right, so I got a 10, but I don't know what my athletics is.
Oh well.
I
I mean, it's probably
I-
high. You're a
I think you're.
barbarian.
I think you're pretty decently high. I'd have to pull you up here, which I'm going to do this moment.
Considering your athletics goes off your strength, and
It's a
you're
plus
barbarian.
5, so it's a plus 5. So you're gonna be able to snatch a little bit of meat out. as you go, but then you also, it's basically though you get that one bit. So sorry, you also realize now that your meat has been up for grabs a little bit, and you may respond accordingly around the others. So you're like, about that.
So I don't grab the plate. I just grab a little fistful of meat.
Yep, there
as
you go.
Snatch it away.
Probably just gonna scowl at you.
And
as I continue to monologue. All right, next person.
Ferrari, in your head, you're kind of watching this, and it's been a little bit of a trip in the last little while. So in your head, you're gonna hear something real quick, which is, do we have to do this?
You mean being here with my other friends, or?
No, it's more complicated than that. No, carry on, carry on. Sleep is probably good at this point.
Yeah, I'll be doing the same after I'm finished here. So.
Very good. You feel that presence leave your mind. And Ferrari, can you describe what you're eating or drinking and your own character as well?
Mm-hmm. I'm nursing a now probably lukewarm shepherd's pie, and I have on the one side I have like a tea that's I'm drinking to help with the on and off headaches that I've been getting ever since my newfound abilities started to show themselves with my mental acuity, or whatever the word would be for that. And on the other side is a Bloody Mary, also to help me nurse these headaches that I've been having. And I don't know which one's going to help better, so I was just like, I'm just going to double fist it. Tea on the one side, medicinal tea on one side, Bloody Mary on the other. Shepherd's pie to fill my belly.
Nice.
And for those that haven't seen me before or haven't seen me in a while, I'm Cregan. I played Ferrari Ashhorn, the diminutive Owlin warlock that is now also Aberrant Mind sorcerer, and the voice in his head is an archfey that he made the deal with to get his magical abilities, and he's been outwardly pretending to be a wizard to the community because warlocks aren't very common, or I would say I'm not sure if they're very well liked in a world where there's not many higher powers like gods or fae that are known.
So you do find that having that out of your mind is easing a little bit of that headache problem for you at the moment. Whereas, it's just, starting to grow in a bit of a crowd in the tavern. To kind of give you a sense of it, you're all crowded around. There's a bar area near the entrance that kind of is right across, all wooden sconces and doors along the way. And at the bar, you see that there is a large, silent type orc out there serving bar as Eloise is whisking around, taking drinks, plates to people, really whatever anybody needs at this point. They're making sure it's getting well taken care of. Now, also, you find yourselves out in the large dining space that's in front of the stage, as you have, in your time, spent a lot of time around the table there, as well as around the large board that has now been set aside to not only just be a board for odd jobs, but really a board for the guild you all have created. As you are peering at it, and also peering at the back of Doric, who is now probably kind of shaking from the shoulders, Grimm's father, a little bit about, that fixing their life so they don't get dunked into another barrel. You, up onto your lap, Alba, hops a young owlbear that you're not terribly familiar with, but you've kind of gotten to know, is, there just as a bit of a story of what's happened. Have you asked about this owlbear at all yet?
I believe I cuddled with said owlbear. And then I fought with some other creature that was trying to steal something. Can't remember what it was.
And you all finally remember Albert, because Albert was the first, kind of thing you encountered in this area of Enferacuse. Many of you had been here a little bit of time, some of you have been here a longer time, but Albert, you found in an amphitheater, and basically able to mysteriously escape from their bonds. And you learned about a few other things. Can anybody share a memory of that encounter with Albert? Something they found funny or fun?
I wasn't here.
Yes, it can't be you.
I always remember the first encounter when we were um, saving him unexpectedly from the cage. Like, I think that even though it was the first one, it was the most memorable for me.
And you found yourself with a couple of different people you've either spent time with. Tobias, who is the innkeeper at the rock bottom who invited you all in after, but also a couple of guards who seemed a little bit not on the level as they were trying to deal with all this. I think some of you had shown up those guards. Doric, do you remember showing up the guards at all while you've been in the city?
Oh yeah, I made that to like a full-time sport. I love showing up the guards.
I think you and me both have been basically just either physically beating them or browbeating them from my end, just basically embarrassing the guards.
Pretty sure I chucked a table at one of them and it hit pretty damn hard.
You did. You made me have to really contemplate how much damage the thrown table was going to cause. It was kind of a good one. I like that. And
how much damage? Yes.
Yeah, basically.
I'm pretty sure I crit on that.
I'm pretty sure you did too. And you basically had made not necessarily an enemy, but not on the guard's nice list from that period on out. But you did gain a little owlbear companion that you all saved to, instead of letting anything happen to you, brought that young owlbear with you to the inn where they now find residence. You also seem to find yourselves amongst furry creatures all the time as you see a face jug of fur and horns and long ears shoved fully into a pup cup right now. This is so good! Oh, I'm so happy with it! Grim, you just basically see, as much as you were paying attention to your father, that is clearly the most entertaining thing in the room is watching that little creature at this point. Do you remember a bit about these little rabbit things and what the weirdness they do is?
They eat metal.
No, 1 second.
Aren't they called Almirage?
Yes, they are Almirage. They are these little Almirage creatures that, a few of them, because of some of the metal they eat, can talk. So they have found themselves, and one found them, after you saved them a little bit, you found your ways, fought some giant badgers, as well as being able to help some lumberjacks who are having some trouble out there, losing their pots and pans and things. You're able to make time for them to just explain that they've been looking for safety, eating metal, and recently you discovered that I believe it was a specific kind of metal that had actually given them speech. Oh, look, there's a baby. That's also happened while we've been in Enferacuse. There's an adorable baby. That's also another part of coolness of Enferacuse.
This is Ollie. He is now 8 months old, and he is stood on his own for 30 seconds.
Yay!
He's a champion.
He passed his dex and athletics checks with flying colors.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, and all the little toesies and bitses and things too. See this. We can just all resolve to get a onesie with large rabbit ears now for for all the time. And thank you for sharing, Flight too. Hey, bye in the background.
Everyone says hi and thank you for sharing.
Thank you for sharing. Hey, Flight. So yes.
Now, the rabbits also ate metal. Yes.
Yes, they do. And so, and I believe it was Platinum that was giving them if I check my own notes, Platinum was the thing that was giving them speech, which is not very abundant around you. Yeah. So, you find that he is just so excited, Doric, that you gave him that, and Grim, you can sense also such a level of joy. Grim, can you talk a bit about what you sense in people with their dreams and emotions a bit?
Yeah, so if I'm able to do, like, if I can sneak up on them while they're sleeping and I can take their kind of fears and nightmares and put people at ease, I'm type of, like, a reverse kind of, I don't know actually what to call it. It's my character is odd, but my whole purpose is to try to put them at ease. So anytime, like, if you have a horrible nightmare or something that's plaguing you in your sleep and you can't sleep because of this like type of nightmare, I'll come in, I'll eat at it, I'll take it all away, and next thing you know, you feel peace, you feel relief. The next day kind of gives a little bit of vigor in your step. It's something that I kind of thought up of you know, you don't see the trope of a vampire helping you while he feeds. It's usually like, give me everything you have, I'm going to devour you. No, I'll devour your fears and insecurities while you sleep.
And you've used it to great effect, feeling out the vibes of several people. And if you were to kind of get that from the rabbit right now, because our friend down there, basically Almirage also dream, and so you can easily kind of get how exciting and wowed this Almirage is for being in Enferacuse and out from the forest and all that kind of space. So it's an easily translatable kind of emotion that you can easily see as they dream at times as well. Alba, you also, though, have some specific spaces around that you hold tight around your mind. And can you describe the last experience anybody kind of accidentally wandered into it? Hint, Ferrari.
You got smacked like a mental wall.
Oh yeah.
Curb stomped out of my mind.
I don't even remember. Was it that I was just trying to communicate with you and that's what happened, or was it that I was trying to, you know, I don't. No, I think that's all I can do is try and like talk.
One time you were trying to talk, and the other time I don't know what you were trying to do.
Yeah, because I think all my aberrant mind ability that I have right now is telepathic communication with people that I can see within 30 feet of me.
And that kind of is a relatively new experience by something you had in terms of an encounter with one of the larger style of creatures that basically had invaded the mind of young Eloise, who is serving around you right now, and basically
when we went in the sewers, yeah,
it drew them out to the docks. And Sarah, you actually played a different character at that point, who was visiting us, which was a dock worker, basically who had tried to help this scenario and everybody figure out where
had
this
a
whole
shitty husband.
You did have a shitty husband at that point. That is right. You did.
And you guys messed up my dock.
I mean,
I'm
technically,
pretty sure we found it like that.
we didn't mess it up.
You definitely messed up my dock.
I don't know.
No, we were just there.
And
we have proof.
the other thing that was there were these large tentacled creatures that had invaded the mind of Eloise, drawing her there. You did find over time that there were things that Eloise, when sleeping or otherwise, is sleepwalking or ending up in other places, which seems to be something that has occurred in different ways and spaces around with other characters you've encountered. You've encountered a lot of things going on randomly with children. You've met several orphans and know that both you had orphans you saved through finding them in what appeared to be an area of the Feywild that you had to be able to rescue two of them from, and then also the spirit of another that was not able to be rescued as well. That there's some goings on around children and things in this area, amongst other unique and innocent souls. But there's also just a lot of funky people. As you see walking in, a lot of folks coming in are from different groups you've all messed around with or affiliated with, and they all have different little affiliations. Zari, can you talk a little bit about your affiliations that you may or may not necessarily want to talk about with everybody? Just a little bit on that.
I mean, why would I want to?
That's fair. But for above board, you have some things,
sure.
right?
Sure. I do have connections to unscrupulous people. I would like to cut those connections. It's not working out very well with all these barrels suddenly appearing, and just, things like that, of that nature. But, yeah, I'm not sure how much more detail you'd like me to be.
That is perfect. You found all these things in the Rogues Gallery because you've been getting notes that people are trying to meet you from your past in the Rogues Gallery. It just hasn't necessarily come out in contact yet. Yeah. So, and you will note, and this is a fun tidbit. You're drinking your glass, and you're kind of fun there. You do have a napkin, and if you do look down at your napkin right now, there is a bit of thieves' cant on it.
Okay. What does it say?
It says the word waiting.
Oh, that's bad.
So you have that as a fun little tidbit to add where that is right now. Doric, you have some connections with the Hunters, if I'm correct, right?
Yes, I worked
Yeah.
with them for a while.
And I think you learned a little bit more about kind of the hierarchy of the Hunters. Do you remember who you learned, who's in charge and where they live and all that?
I do not.
If you found yourselves up by the fancy houses that go up the mountain on the edge of Enferacuse, and while you were up there, you found that one of the leaders from the Hunters Guild actually has a home up there, like because their family is from that area. Artemis is one of the ones that are up there. Make sure which I get the right last name of which one they are. Artemis Kavanaugh. They are up there. And so, yeah, and you learned that they were very much involved with the Hunters Guild. They were up there because their family's home is up there. So, and you also all noted there's a lot of really just famous names. You know that the Kavanaughs kind of are in charge of the city. That's where the mayor of Enferacuse is a Kavanaugh. You also know that the Night Halls, which Tobias is one of around you, is a very well-known family connected to that. And you also know that there was a family up there called the Metis. The Metis is a family that you're very intrigued with right now because they kind of have some interesting connections to wine and missing items and things of that nature that you have found yourselves kind of entangled with one of the tasks out there. Ferrari, you are also connected a bit to the college up there. You were staying there before staying in your current digs. Can you describe to Alba what it was like what you found at the college so far?
Well, didn't we have one of the professors was literally trying to make contact with a deity, and we actually had to fight. What was it? It was basically like the avatar of what is the god? He's like the god of like parties and revelry or whatever.
You did meet the Greek
Dionysus,
Dionysus,
right?
yes.
Yeah, we basically faced off against like an avatar of his because this one professor was trying to make contact with a god, and it wasn't Dionysus that he was trying to meet, but Dionysus thought we were all a bunch of sticks in the mud, and then threw a bit of a curveball at us and said, "Well, if you're not gonna party with us, well, we're gonna fight."
That's
also,
a party.
yeah, that's a party in its own way, especially for some of us more scrappy individuals in our group. I'm looking at you, Dorak. I'm not disrespecting you. I just know you love a good fight.
You met the drunken master who eventually was able to be defeated and sent back to the realm of champions once they came, though you do realize that they were escorted back by what appeared to be compatriots of them.
Also had one of the students that was there. I am giving basically like tutoring. I'm tutoring one of the students. He's one of the more higher up. Like, I don't know if he's part of the Kavanaugh family or one of the other. I'm looking at my notes. Hold on. I have his name. Oh yeah, he is a Kavanaugh. He's like, I think he might be actually the son of the mayor or related directly because the mayor is Silas Kavanaugh. Little name drop there. But Axiom Kavanaugh is the student that I have been tutoring, and yeah, he had some ill-gotten stuff on his person that we had confiscated, and then just made a deal with him that I would help him pass his classes because, well, just to keep everybody happy, since, he wasn't necessarily a bad kid. He was just trying to one-up his professor, I think.
And you also found that there was a young goblin in that, and also dorming there, doing different things with strange materials, and a pet rock that you all felt you needed to return.
Oh my god, I was so bad about that. I felt so bad.
Yeah.
I forgot about that kid.
Yeah, the pet rock.
Do I still have that book that makes trees?
Technically, I think
one of you
I
has it.
do. Yeah, either I have 'em-
Somebody has it.
I'm pretty
Somebody
sure I
has it.
opened up the trees inside the town.
Yeah, but then we
and
closed it, and then someone took it.
Who would who would I allow to take the book from me?
You do still have the book, though you did meet somebody else who had another version and could describe it. So
I
you did
have
you,
the
you
free book.
you went to the bookstore that did have some descriptors of that, and you met somebody along the way. So they gave you a full description of what you could be encountering in there. Grim, can you talk a little bit about your affiliation with the church and what they are, what those people are like, but also what you've learned about the church as of late?
God, it's been such a long time. The church is a very big figure within the city. I do know that there have been. I'm sorry, guys. It's just been so long. I've also had baby brain. Let's see. It is the Church of the Silent Stone. The last time I think I'm remembering correctly that last time I went there, I kind of was eavesdropping on a conversation to where the sword and steel statues that with the bust in the back started talking to me. We kind of like had an agreement about what I was doing. Other than that, I'm having the biggest blank. Can you help me?
I absolutely can. So you found out there was a more secretive society in there that, for some reason, has an issue with what appears to be anything not made naturally. And also you found yourselves recently making friends with someone who really hates Goku.
Yes, I do now remember when I found out that information. The people from the church were looking for the robot that we dropped off, and we were on a mad dash to try and find it, to where I think we brought it to the shop, and then we ransacked that fucking shop of items.
You did take a lot of things out of there. You also did. We have gotten to the pack tomorrow when we quote unquote come back to real time. You do have him back. You were able to make assuade him out back to the back room inside the Rock Bottom Inn. So he's no longer at the shop because you were kind of got a heads up they were headed there to try and get him. So very good stuff. You have made a friend of a Shieldig. A Shieldig is this automaton warforge that was defense, basically lost as a defense of an entire town, and from there has been you have helped them avenge themselves on a large wizard who was also at some point transmuted into a mouse and was flicking back and forth between their normal form and mouse form before you all defeated them handily. So, but there were times you didn't defeat things handily. Alba, you see on the wall a picture, like a coloring of it must be done from one of the kids, and there's a little a pig poking at it a little bit. Is there a little bit on it? It is a drawing of the Colosseum with a large amount of like foliage and vines and points and things, thorns coming out of it. Does anybody want to talk about the fun that was inside the Colosseum?
Oh, goodness, yes, that was fun.
Was that the place where I found them after I got out of the barrel?
No, actually, but Doric, you were a star, basically, in what you were doing inside that Colosseum. Can you tell us your battling skills there?
Let's see, there was a very annoying mouse I smashed.
You did.
Let's see.
It's also where we fought Groku before we made a friend of Groku was the mouse, but no. A Shieldig. That's where we met Shieldig, who we became friends with after we fought him.
Yes, a Shieldig. That's the Warforged.
That we have to get back after having him repaired, because if we don't get to him before the church does, then bad things are going to happen to him.
Yes.
You also have another of the winged warriors that's one of the city guards that you seem to have a bit of a rivalry going in. You had Hans, which is the other bird folk there.
The bird.
Yep, who is also just as crazy into the fighting as you.
Okay, so yes, Smash the Mouse. Bird is on the smash list. There was also giant blades of grass that happened there.
Mm-hmm.
that
Directly,
were pretty
directly
steep,
pulled from the Feywild, and they were sharp, right?
which I had absolutely nothing to do with.
Literally nothing, though you did seem like you all had somehow had a trickster deity who was roaming around pulling yourselves together for you all to fight not only those folks, but then in the end you ended up having to fight Machiko, which we'll get to Machiko in a minute, who is still alive, but then also the twins, which were two really creepy twins who you determined was the ones leading the orphans into danger. And so you've all kind of handled that. And they're now
Oh.
dead.
Also on the smash list.
They are on the post-smash list. They are a pancake currently.
Sir, I can smash them again.
That is true. That is true.
All right. Just
There might be
making sure
laws
that was
against
known.
that, though.
Pancake?
Machiko, though, was also found later on the leader of what appears to be a assassins guild. That not only did they belong to, but you also met a couple like Honda, the small halfling, who also belongs to that guild as well as their small child. And most recently, you have met their husband, who has been just kind of wandering in and apparently wanders around with one of Tobias's cousins, trying to do bartering and sales and who the heck knows what else, because otherwise they seem to be very not deadbeaty, but as deadbeaty as a halfling can get.
Both Machiko and Panda were in the Assassin's Guild, or thieves.
Yeah, Honda is also, at this point, was a member of the Assassin's Guild, which had the Pepper was the name.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
the spicy pepper.
Yeah, I do. I have an onomatopoeia that I can't find in my notes right now.
The popping pepper.
Popping pepper, which is their
I've
home.
been keeping notes.
Yeah, and Ferrari almost got their feathers plucked at the popping pepper, not really realizing where they were.
Yeah, I didn't know that there was a thieves guild, and I walked into their bar. Oops.
Okay, not assassins, thieves, guys.
Oh,
Yes,
Yeah,
both.
you
a
know-
little from column A, a little from column B.
Yeah, you
Both?
Depends on who you talk to.
might want to explore that.
That's the one. That's
Might want to
the one right
explore
there.
that a little
Slash
more later on
Assassin's
here.
Guild?
What?
Thieves / Assassin's Guild?
There's an Assassin's Guild there.
Yeah, they're in the underworld. They're just not
The Pop and Pepper is the thieves.
arguable.
You go find out at some point later.
These are two very different
Listen, there are
professions.
things that don't fit in neat boxes, okay?
Did you mean to say underground and not underworld, by the way? Because underworld is a whole different matter. We haven't delved into underworld.
Well,
Alba-
Underground, sure.
Alba, at this point, you see kind of crossing and jumping across the large poster board of everything. There is a cat, and for some reason, that cat has a set of rings in its mouth as it is running across the board. Zara, you catch that quickly. Also, that you see Mr. Whiskers is currently whisking his way across the top portions of like the little shelving and things, trying to get towards the open window.
Where'd you get those this time, cat?
Can we catch him?
You can grab Mr. Whiskers out of the air. The fact that you've noticed that they're there, and
That
you
cat is a klepto.
only you, Zari, get a. That's important, though.
Is it really important?
By comparison.
Is it something that's going to get you in trouble later, or one of us in trouble later?
They pop the ring out of their mouth and they're like, I don't get in trouble.
Okay, the rest of us in trouble?
At that point, you get a tail swish from the back, and they start just to walk away.
Okay, try
That
again.
wasn't an answer, was it?
I mean, it kind of was.
And as well that happens, the small child halfling Kelly just snatches them up to her big hug and runs off with Mr. Whiskers, who is again Mr. Whiskers' biggest fan. And with all this camaraderie, you see like in your mind all of these other really cool people you've met in Enferacuse. You have all created this guild now that it didn't have before, where people can go to get their problems potentially solved, leaving things that are problems. And you've seen it. You've seen that some of the other companions you've made along the way, like Pebble from the church. You have Jean, who is the fun dancing magician. They're all out there trying to also do good work based on what you've created in that space and all the different things going on. And it kind of you all feel like you can have a bit of toast. And Alba, it's a good doing kind of vibe that you've found yourself in. And with
Yes.
that kind of vibe, there's a little bit of worry though in the air. Some things that don't just sit well the same way that they should. And that a little bit more magic in the air that you can kind of just feel the edges of and around, going different places. As you all see a little bit around you, and Doric, you finish a little bit of berating of Grimm's father. The lights themselves feel slightly dimmer along the way. That there's just something amiss, something in the air itself that does not feel to the same level of effect that you did before.
Question. Is this like actual electric lights, or like the candles are dimmer for some reason?
The candles, as you look around the room, just the light seems to pulse slightly but get darker. And there's just something is going on. As you look around the room, a bit of a glow just feels to emanate from places that necessarily shouldn't. It's getting late. You're wondering at this point, have you drank too much? Is there something in this? But it looks like some of the others are kind of looking around too. Tobias at that point comes out next to you.
So I look at my drink and I'm like, nah, it couldn't be that I drank too much. Hey, magic people, what is this?
What is what?
It's the lights aren't lighting as well as they should.
You're gonna have to be a little more specific.
You can see that that there's something. It's not like the candles have all kind of gotten cold or felt different in some way.
No one notices the weird lighting. It's like it's darker but not darker. I don't know how to explain it.
Do any of us notice this?
Oh,
You all notice this is kind of occurring. The wind starts kind of just moving through that open window that you thought that Mr. Whiskers was headed to, as it starts to blow in an unhealthy, thick feeling.
That.
Have I ever felt a feeling like this? Like when I was having that problem with my like headaches and my powers, was I feeling anything like this?
Ferrari, you're starting to actually now feel that same creeping dread that you felt out in the ruins, where something is just disconnected. And Grim, you're feeling like some of the feelings of the people around you are just suddenly being muted down from their joy of getting together. Alba, yeah.
I was gonna say, is this a strange feeling for me, or is this like normal for me?
Alba, this seems like a problem, but also because of your own history, seems oddly familiar.
Okay. So like I'm like, when I asked him, you have to be more specific. I assume that this is something that I'm sort of vaguely familiar or used to, so I don't notice these things as much. Have a little bit of blinders to it.
Yeah. You all see that the wind is almost feeling like it's directed towards your board of stuff going, as it rustles and moves papers, move things about. Eloise seems a bit more frightened. You feel Albert up against your leg, Doric, huddling next to the Yurgle, the rabbit again, they're down there just kind of huddled together. At this point, as much as it comes in, the one other thing seems to come in. A bit of a glow of pink and purple kind of just light that out from the outside. And as it goes, you all feel this strangeness. But as soon as it had entered, it also just suddenly seems to brighten and lighten and feel a little bit more along the way to get away from that. That there was not maybe as much going on, but something's still there. Oh, quiet down, you! Bank, bank. As you hear, like, walking through the door, a bit more of a jovial appearance from a nice, short old lady as she makes her way down into. Some weird weather.
Is that Granny?
That's Gran. Gran walks in the room.
I swear to God, she's got to be some sort of like
Faye?
higher being, like maybe Faye, or are there good hags? I don't know. Maybe.
Don't you dare call Granny a hag.
I'm just saying that's the only term I know for like magical, like Fae-like creatures like that. There's got to be other definitions. I'm just riffing.
Gran walks in and she basically waves to the large orc. By the way, you remember now the orc has a name. The orc is Banyan. Banyan hands her what appears to be a very like their regular drink. And as Gran comes down to sit a little bit, you do see from across the way that also the old guy from the school is also just peering over and forlorn for her. And as she waves to you all and says, "Oh, good day, Morrow. Don't stay up late, remember?"
I gave them your note. We got some stuff for you.
Yes, good. Stop by tomorrow or later at some point. It'll be good.
Gran, I go in for a hug.
You definitely, and she is very happy to take one with you. And as you get a hug, you all get a round of another drinks and wassail delivered to the table as you now join back in a bit of revelry and a bit of fun. But a lot's going on sometimes still in Enferacuse, Derek.
Just saying, as I give Gran a hug, I definitely give the eyes to the old man.
Grim, you see that their flesh go flush as soon as Doric does the motion at that guy. You've met that professor before.
Oh, okay, yeah.
With that, go ahead.
One of the things that you noted, or you had pointed out when the wind was coming in and all the gray and darkening vibes were coming in, was that the wind was really kind of rustling and focusing on the task board for the guild. Just want to go see if there's anything that might have been more revealed when that wind came blowing in.
So you're kind of examine the board a little bit to see what you got.
Yeah, I just want to see if something got moved around and exposed that hadn't been on the top of the.
You're not the only one who is concerned with it, because as you see yourself kind of making your way over to it, downtown, Tobias has made their way over too to be a little concerned about. Just not only that, they started by moving towards the window to begin with, and the nature of being a little worrisome on what really could be going on. It looks like some of the papers have been rustled and things have moved around. Some things have ripped along the way, but it's hard. He seems like it feels and looks odd themselves.
There any tatters of anything on the ground, or is it just
a couple papers have fallen, and couple the board is there. Again, that's kind of all you can see in this way.
I'll take a minute to look at the ones that fell, see if there's anything significant, and then look at the board and see if there's anything that hasn't been shown on the surface either in a while or in the past that we haven't noticed before.
pink. There's a little bit of pink dust now, pink and purple dust around it, as you're a bit familiar with, seemingly on the board, around the board.
I don't know if I want to directly touch the dust. Hold on, let me see. I will take one of my daggers out and just sort of like take like a shaving of it and put it like into just what do I? Oh, God, I don't have. Oh, I have some parchment. I could just take a piece of parchment, just scoop some of the dust off, and just put it on a piece of parchment and fold it gently so that it can be kept. Because I want to examine it.
As you touch your dagger to that, you hear the presence in your mind comes fast. What is that? What is up there?
That is something I want to find out just as much as you do.
You feel flashes of pulling you at the board, like just drawing you in. Alba, you can actually even feel it on the tinges of your mind being drawn that way as well. And all of you can now sense a little bit of something is wrong. Something is wrong. Unless anybody's going to do anything, I'm going to leave it there.
I'm going to... Can I do like either an Arcana or an Investigation?
You 100%. You can 100% do that. I've been waiting for
assist.
Yeah.
Like you said, I'm like feeling it, and I kind of like see Ferrari, and I'll like walk over and be like, "Can I help you with something?"
Either I look at the board, but then I look at the parchment with the dust, and I'm like, "This came when all that wind came," but I'm also kind of wondering if they influence the board, and I'm like, I want to know what this is because I'm sure that my Alba knows that I'm Warlock, right? She knows that I have a patron, I believe.
I don't know that you have a patron. I just know that you can do funny mind stuff like me.
Okay. So my benefactor is very interested in stuff like this, and I don't know if this is going to be a boon or a bane going forward, so I'm kind of concerned.
You go with Arcana?
Yeah, I think I'm going with Arcana.
Go quick, because I know you're probably... We did say 10 o'clock. I don't want to hold you up, because I already think about that.
I got 15 minutes until I have to be out the door.
Plenty of time. We can rush this. This is actually perfect. Go for it.
I'm getting assistance, so that gives me advantage on the roll, correct?
Yeah.
Sweet. Wait, why is... That should... Oh, there we go. Well... Total Arcana was a 17 with advantage. I rolled a 10 and a 12 plus 5.
Cool. That board is humming with magic at this moment.
Ooh. Can I tell what kind of magic it is, or...
If you have something to do so, yes.
Well, I figured with the Arcana, do I sense what kind of school of magic it's from, or no?
There is a bit of transmutation and conjuration there.
Transformation and conjuration? Okay. That's weird. I don't know how much you know about transformation and conjuration, but this is... Either this dust or whatever it did to the board is rife with it right now.
Well, considering I didn't look at the board before, I feel like I'm not very helpful in this situation.
Funny things about that, though, because you're rather new here. And Dorek, actually, you also are feeling a little bit of a touch on your arm from Gran. That's new. She's pointing up at the board with you.
I reach for what she's pointing at.
Go ahead. Are you going to touch it?
Yep.
Awesome. That's exactly what I needed. So, Very simply, and this is
Are you gonna push the button?
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Gran says do something, Dorak's going to do it.
that is not wrong. It's what I thought we might get to. So, hooray! We are going to do something
Huzzah.
for anybody who is stuck around with us at this point, as well as otherwise. I'm going to make this big. I'm going to put this in the Discord as well. What you all now, with Doric touching, the room clatters with a bit of lightning as you can just feel the electricity move from the touch that has taken place with this. And within it, there is just more mayhem that has taken place as it shines in this purple and pink light that really takes on around. And in that, you're all going to find the image both currently on the current stream, but also that I'm going to put right now into our Discord of what the notice board currently looks like with that shine. Which, for anybody who hasn't seen it, it now has cracks of what appears like this, like this pink purpleness that's so bright that is also in writing on either side. It says in framing in the board, "Release us all," as it glows and momentarily remains before it flashes away.
Now, the board says or note that the thing that I grabbed says this?
It's written, basically your touch has released what it actually shows and says, where it says "Release us all," written in this pink purple dust on the sides of the board. Kind of horrifically seen, but momentarily fleeting as it moves and snuffs out rather quickly.
Where are you?
And with that non-answer from the folks around you, you do just see a shaking head Tobias. This was not what I bargained for. As he goes and gets you drinks, and as the other patrons does not seem to have been taken too much aback, but all of you have seen this, what has kind of found its way to your board and to you all. And with that, we will close our recap episode with everybody getting a chance to share any one thing you want to about Enferacuse, about your character. Share a thing. And that is what we will close on for the evening as everyone is closing out. So, and anyone would like to go first? I will go first. I am so excited to get back to this because there are cores of Enferacuse that we haven't gotten to yet. So we're going to try and navigate our way to some of them. Anybody want to share anything else?
I am Dorak, and I love Gran, and I am very confused by this message.
Very cool. Anyone else?
I, Ferrari, am confirming that Gran has to be some sort of powerful sorceress or some sort of fae or deity-like being, and respectfully, I want to get to the bottom of this. I need to know. Gran has answers, and I have questions.
Very good. Anyone else?
I'm Alba, and Gran is the bestest lady in the world, and she
That also.
didn't question me falling out of a barrel and then sent me to you guys.
100% Gran for life.
Sorry?
We stand Gran.
I'm Zori, and I will probably need another drink.
Grim.
Yes, Gran.
But yes, Gran.
I'm Grim, and I will forever be making my father sober by casting the I forget the exact spell was it, but that's my thing.
Oh, he is.
Anytime my father has a drink, I will take the poison. Fuck, what is it?
Remove poison. Or whatever.
Lesser restoration or greater
There you
restoration.
go.
Oh yeah, lesser restoration.
You did that
I will
earlier, and
restore
I do
restoration.
remember that you did that, and you can see he's over there trying to make it all go away, so he saw it as well. So, and
Yep.
with that, we have found our way back to Enferacuse. We are going to find schedules of something that's going to be very sporadic, because that's just what this is going to be, and that's okay. The best idea is to find us announcing when we're going to be online and going into Discords and things. I know it'll be in my Discord, it'll be in the Mayhem Discord, it'll be lots of places as we can bring it along. So, thank you for coming back to us on this. If it is, we will give everybody a 10-second plug. Hi, I'm Owen. I will be at PAX U. You'll find me on TikTok and Instagram. Anybody else want to give themselves a plug?
Hi, I'm Sarah. You'll see me at PAX U too with my husband, Sweet Tea.
Cool.
Next.
I am Regan. I will probably also be at PAX U, so I'll see you two and everybody else there.
I'm Wolfie. I will not be at PAX U. I will be here at home.
Very cool.
That's it.
I too
I am
would,
trying to make a name for my. Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, I mean, you go. I'll go next. It's fine. You just go.
I am Dorek. I am trying to make a name for myself. Currently trying to make Art K9 on Twitch, and I will not be at PAX U because I'm broke.
Fair. And Grim.
I will not be there as well for the fact that I live across the entire world from everybody in our group. But yes, I am probably the most difficult to try to get on. If you guys don't see me, it's because I am now a manager at my job. So I am trying to work out a schedule where I can join you guys and also keep a full-time job now.
You will find Grim in Australia. Good luck on that. All right.
Go find him.
It's not that hard. I mean, out of the entire population, there's 29 million people. That's the same equivalent of just the state of California.
Okay, that does still sound daunting. With that, we will plug. We actually do have people sponsoring us a little bit now. If you ever need help with your note taking, GM Assistant is out there, which is a note taking tool. It uses the same kind of thing as an educator we use for people trying to help taking notes for classes at college and school. It's a really cool thing based for TTRPGs to help people along the way. We also have Cozy Companion, which is a magazine subscription if you like cozy games, and you like also Grim Omen, which is a really fun darker magazine. It's really cool because it's just like a fun little gamery, cozy or dark kind of thing, which we are kind of in dark mode right now. And also, and this is a surprise for all of you, we have somebody who wants to send you all dice. So actually, that is also. Did I put it in the? Did I put it where I thought I put it in here so I would have the visual reference? Do I? I did at one point have. So I do have dice from a friend from across the pond in England, which I cannot remember where I put my little example of it, unless the kids stole it. But they did say that. Oh wait, no! I do have it. It's right here. It is from Little Dragon Dice Company. They did offer to send all of you guys dice as well. So you guys are all getting dice. This is my fun little way to tell you that, announce that, and hey, it's here. It's really cute and adorable.
Yay!
That's very sweet.
All right,
That's
so
awesome.
yeah, I'm gonna let them know.
Cool.
Yeah, they're gonna be for Evils in Enferacuse. He's a cool dude, and they make it and they send it across the UK. And hey, and we can figure it out from there. So cool. Thank you guys for coming back to Enferacuse. Join us again. You can find us on the Discords. It would be the best place to follow this. Follow Instagram, Twitch, and otherwise, take care of yourselves. It's a really interesting world out there, and keep being awesome. And we're gonna see you. Say bye.
Bye.
Bye.